All right. So we are doing what we do, cleaning, wasting time, going stir crazy, just cleaning up, wiping off my hot plate here. I got almost everything cleaned up. I have just my cast iron pan to do. Hey, Steven, how you doing? Still stuck here in Wyoming. Need to put my glasses on so I can actually see. I mean, the screen is just about less than 3 feet away. I can't read it. I can sort of read it, but not clear enough. All right, let's see here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if I had a shovel, that'd work, but they have them big old trucks with the damn plows on the front. But as soon as they go through, the wind blows more snow right on the road. So, whiteout conditions. Not a dang thing I can do about it. All right. So, let's... So here's what we're dealing with for the road closures. All that red right there. Now, let's see. Road closed due to whiteout conditions caused by heavy snow and strong wind. Road closure could be prolonged due to snow impact as of February the 4th at 1 p.m. The estimated time of opening is in 5 to 7 hours. Now, this was taken just now at 3:06 p.m. my time. So, at 1 o'clock, they're saying 5 to 7 hours. That's 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'm not putting this truck on the road at 6 o'clock at night when it's this cold and there's wind blowing and snow blowing. The visibility is going to be even worse because you're adding nighttime into the equation. I'm going to go as early as I can tomorrow morning, get out of Wyoming and into Utah. The worst part about that is going to be actually just getting through through Salt Lake. I want to say St. Louis, but getting through Salt Lake. Then I still have to get out, as far into Wyoming or into Nevada as I can. Like I said, I got here Monday at 7:45. And I've been sitting since 7:45 Monday morning. All this snow pretty much fell Monday between 8 a.m. and around, 2 or 3 in the morning, I think. But that's just the way it be. So, I don't have chains. If I had chains and I could have dipped down through Denver onto I-70, got through Docero and Morrison, because there's a chain law in effect in that area. If I had chains, I could have gone through there. Hey, Eric, how you doing, sir? Appreciate it. You know, if I had chains on the truck, I could have done that, but this company doesn't do chains, so we don't. When weather like this happens, there ain't a dang thing I can do except sit and wait and update my company with the last weather report, even though they can see it as well. I mean, it's just wyoroad.info, and it's run by the Wyoming Department of Transportation. So it's an official website of the government of state of Wyoming. So there you go. So when they finally release it, then we can go. Well, I do have some chuck roast. I have 4 pieces like this, basically 2 pounds, about 2 pounds, like 10 ounces, I would say, something like that. 2 pounds, 5 ounces, or the 2 pounds, 10 ounces total, divided into 4 pieces. So I got some of that, but we are going to be doing cheeseburgers. Just pick up some seriously overpriced cheese because I actually ran out. I got some hamburger buns. I couldn't get any more onion, so blah, blah, blah. I mean, I got green onion in a pinch, but really different flavor. I got some nice hamburger meat. And of course, I got some good old bacon. So we are going to be having a good time making some decent cheeseburgers. If I can just find, here it is. The problem with a panini grill or a George Foreman grill, you don't have this. You got to use a cup or something, or a paper towel, or a dish towel to collect the fat. Which, oh well, that's part of the fun. Had it misplaced for like 2 months now. Then I finally found it. So we're good to go. All right, so we got ourselves a nice large bowl into which we're going to put our hamburger. We got ketchup. We got mustard. Yeah, I got mustard. I don't have ketchup in a bottle, but I got my mustard here. So I got that. I got the cheese. And then I got, of course, the spices and the herbs that I want to put in there, which is always always necessary to make it, what you want, how you want it to be. So we're going to add to our hamburger meat a little bit of black pepper. And we're also going to be putting black pepper on top surface of it as well. We got salt for inside and out. And we're going to add just a touch of garlic powder. Just a small touch. We're not trying to get super fancy. Just fancy enough. All right. Now, yes, the truck is a state because I've been taking things out, wiping things down, putting things back. Ed B. Blood, welcome back, sir. Ain't seen you in a while. I did see your message on the comments, and I do thank you. I wish I could be a little bit more consistent with getting the videos out, but that's the trucking life. It's sometimes you just don't have the time because you got to get other things done. You got to do this, you got to do that, got to do this, just like regular life. So, but we will endeavor to get them current, if at all possible. So just getting out my my little extension cord here. We're just going to leave that there till we're actually going to do something with it. Let me see here. I'm going to find a knife here. So, we're still stuck here in Rawlins, Wyoming. Still stuck at, I guess maybe a little bit too bright. But the reason it's so bright because it's totally covered with snow. Got just about 8 to 9 inches of snow here. From Monday morning at about 8 a.m. And like I said, snowed pretty much till about 2 or 3 a.m. But the wind has picked up once in a while, and the whole truck was rocking. And they did go through and finally do a plowing this morning of the parking lot here. They had a truck. They had a couple of small tractors, and they also had a big, loader. Not with a plow, and just a big old bucket on the front. So they can't get super close to the trucks, but the guys were getting as close as they could get. I thank them for getting as much as they can out of the way. I had about a good 6-7 inches sitting on the hood of the truck, and instead of trying to brush it off, whatnot, I just opened the hood and just dumped it out. Oh, come on, dang it. There we go. So we got our hamburger in there. Like I said, just a little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper, not just a touch, and just a dash or two of the garlic powder. And we are not going to be super fussy about this. Nope, not grilling outside. I still have not picked up a propane stove, camp stove. So there you go. So we got our stuff on there. So we are just going to sit here and just mash that in through and just work it through by hand. We're not being all prissy and fancy about it. Let me we're just going to mix this up, and then we're going to set it aside just to wait a couple of minutes. We're not going to get a full 8 cheeseburgers out of this. We'll get approximately 4. I like a nice quarter pounder. I think that's good enough. It is really cold, so the fat is not melting a lot. So we got that done. And what do I do with it? Okay. All right. Just a quick wipe with our hands here. There we go. There we go. That's good enough. And finish off with a towel. And since we dirtied the knife, we're going to clean the knife as well. And of course, we got the most important ingredient of all to do, and that is the bacon. All right. Up there. Where is my doodad? Here's my doodad. Now, I always keep the sheath just to be a little bit safer, cleaner, protects the knife. So we are good. Just going to stick that right up in there. Put that away. Here we go. So now we are going to go ahead and plug our panini maker in. There we go. And we're just going to turn that on to a little between minimum and medium. We're going to get we're going to get 2 pieces of bacon out here. And we're going to cut the bacon in half. So let's go ahead and get a plate here. Standard old plastic plate. So this is some pretty, this is, the Walmart great value, natural hickory smoked bacon, the thick slice. Not the best bacon in the world, but satisfactory. All right. Let's get a smaller knife. Don't need a big one. So we just got 2 pieces here. We're going to turn that into 4. We'll set that right there. Now, we are going to put this on kind of cold because we don't want to really nuke the bacon here. We want it to cook fairly evenly and fairly a little bit slow. I mean, not too fast. So we're going to set that right there. And whatever fat drips out. So we got our bacon going. What did I do? Okay. Like I said, we got some hamburger buns. We picked up here at the truck stop, along with the cheese. Not exactly, I mean, the buns and the cheese was like $7. I mean, it was ridiculous price, but there you go. Let's see, we don't need anything else out of there. Okay. So now I just got to find my little container that has my I had a container around here somewhere that had all the little packets of mustard and ketchup and soy sauce and whatnot. Let's see. Is it up in here? No. Is it in there? No, I don't see it. Is it perchance over here? No. What did I do with the damn thing? I know it's not in there. I may be out of ketchup. Unless it's behind that. I don't see it. Well, damn. Unless Unless I put it in here. Nope, not in there. All right. I have no idea what I did with it. I did something with it. I know I did something with it. I just can't think of what I did with it. Not in that one. Not in there. Huh. Well, I'm dumbfounded. I have no idea what I did with it. I did something with it, but I don't know what that was or where it got put. Oh, well. Jung-goon, how you doing from Korea, sir? Thank you very much. Mr. Jones, thank you very much. Just making a couple cheeseburgers. Got our bacon going. Got our hamburger all seasoned and ready to form into some patties, which we're going to do right now. So, like I said, we're not going to be pretty about this. Going to try to make roughly a burger that is somewhat, even and round and somewhat similar size. So we're going to do one there. Okay, here we go. Let's say that's going to be 2. Bacon is cooking. I think you see a little bit of steam on the thing there. Now I'm just going to make all 4 burgers right away. I'm going to put 2 away into a Ziploc bag. There we go. That one there, and that one there. There we go. So just a nice, simple thing. I said, not exactly the most even burgers, and not exactly the prettiest, but what are you going to do? And hopefully this CSRST guy doesn't hit me. He's got all the room in the world to get in. I don't know why the guy next to me left. I mean, maybe he was going eastbound, and they cleared the road to go eastbound. All right, so nice fatted up hands. Our burgers are done, so we're just going to set that right there for a second. There we go. Probably should have had this ready before, but whatever. So let's just going to use one of these disinfecting wipes. Yeah. Woo! Not as good as a sink, but it does the trick. All right. All right. Get it off there. There we go. Find my towel. Now we put a little bit of salt, a tiny, less than a teaspoon, about less than a teaspoon of black pepper, and also garlic powder. So, coarse kosher salt, your red pepper, black pepper, green, white, all mixed in there together, and of course, the garlic powder. So, we got our bacon cooking up there. And we're going to maneuver the pieces around so we can ensure they cook evenly. So, you know, we're going to move these up to the front. We're going to put this one up here like that. I think that'll be a little bit better. There we go. And of course, the fat's dripping off down there. So we are good to go. Just going to set those right there. Now, we're going to take, like I said, we're going to put 2 of these away because we don't need all 4 of them. And, you know, 2 quarter-pounder hamburgers is enough. Plus, you're going to add the bun. You're going to add the cheese. You're going to add the bacon. I don't have any lettuce. I don't have any you know, onion. So, you know, we're just going to do what we can. I don't have any French fries. Wish I did. So we're going to get that one in there like that. Okay. And yes, I am putting the 2 smaller ones in the container, in the bag. Not because I just want bigger burger for the night, just because that's what's going to fit in the bag neatly. All right, there we go. All right. And so, suck some of that air out of there. We're going to throw this. I sound like a robot. I'm sorry for that. All right, so now we're just going to take our somewhat vacuum sealed burgers, throw them right up here on top till they'll freeze. There we go. Good, good, good. So, you know, like I said, that's my refrigerator and my freezer in its entirety. There's no other cold storage anywhere else. And that's this right here is probably the number one thing that limits what I can do. You know, having a refrigerator that's large enough, a freezer that's large enough, really constrains what can be done in a normal, and I do say this, in a normal truck. If you have a truck with an extended sleeper, and you know you have countertops, and you have a nice big, almost residential size refrigerator, you really don't have too many problems to worry about with that. What did I do with it? Okay. Now I can't find the damn thing. Now I can't find the hot dog, the hamburger buns. What did I do with them? Oh, I threw them up here. Duh. Oh, that. Oh, no, didn't realize I had that on. Yeah, sorry. This was actually on. This is a Plantronics Voyager, you know, Bluetooth headset. My favorite headset, you know, for Bluetooth, connect to the phone, computer, whatnot. But I think it's probably why I was sending out because it was actually on, connected to the computer. I forget it's there, and it's so light and comfortable. I forget it's there. So sorry about that. But we're going to turn our temperature on our bacon up a little bit. There we go. Let's take a gander at that. So here is, you know, that's got some pretty decent color on it. So we're going to turn the temperature up just a little bit more. There we go. Now for our hamburger itself, each burger, we're going to grind just a little bit more black pepper on the outside surface.
and also a little bit more salt. And I'm only going to do the one side. If I was at, in a real kitchen, I'd probably do both sides, but don't need to. I'm just going to getting a lot of flare from the window here. Sorry. Let's pull that. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, sun's coming right in. Sorry about that. So, get that up there like that. There we go. That's better. There we go. So like I said, we just put a little bit of salt and pepper on the burger itself. Just stuff to the side here. Gotta wash that real quick. We're gonna get the bacon is almost done, so we're just about to. Let me turn that there. So the bacon is almost done. So we're gonna be getting that off here in a second. But first things first, we're gonna clean up this bowl and this knife, just because we want to make sure that it's as easy as possible, and we have all the room in the world that we can. All right, got that right there. Dry that off. Knife is clean. Set that up there. The hardest part about cleaning with this type of food is the actual fat adhering to things. So, excuse me, pardon me. So we're going to get that cleaned up. Throw that down there. Tuck that away. Dry this out. All right. So the bacon is about as done as I want it to be. Just a little bit of firmness to it, not a lot. So we're going to take our bacon right off. Let it sit right in there. And we'll put 2 good pieces on each burger. Set that right there. Now we got all that bacon fat right there. That's gonna we're going to get some of that flavor into the burger as well. What are you going to be having for dinner? Well, this is my dinner. I'm cooking a little bit early. I did not have any breakfast. Yesterday I had only one meal, which was potatoes and eggs with a little bit of bacon. Oh, that sounds so nice. I love the sound of grilling meat. All right, so now we're going to clean our plate. Like I said, I can't find my little container that had my that had all my condiments, little packet of condiments, little ketchup and mustard and soy sauce and things like that in it. I don't know what I did. I have no idea what I did with it. I thought I put it somewhere, but maybe one time in the middle of the night I had to go to the bathroom real bad and I dumped everything out into the trash bag and used that. Who knows? Sometimes you gotta. All right. So we got this all dried off and clean. All right. Gonna get 2 nice your typical American, regular old hamburger buns. They're kind of squished, but, what can you expect? Put that in there like that. Get out the way. There we go. Now, we got some American cheese. We got some Gould's spicy brown mustard. My favorite mustard. No, I never bought a thing of ketchup You know, every time I've gotten like, you know, something at a restaurant, picked up a couple packets, you know, be free. You know. Hey, Mr. Imperial, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. So we got burgers going. All right. So we're going to just another moment with that. A simple bacon cheeseburger. Nothing too fancy. Put that up there out the way so we know where it's at. All right. So that is getting there. So we're gonna get our cheese unwrapped and ready to go. Let's just set that right there for the moment. So today was basically a sit around and do nothing day because the road is closed. It's going to be closed for another several hours. Basically 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock tonight is what they're estimating. I'm not leaving at that time. So I'll just deal with it. Ross Romes, thank you, sir. I like what you do on your channel. I really do appreciate that you come over to mine. All right. That's getting nice and firm. All right. So your standard George Foreman panini grill. Gonna throw 2 slices of American cheese on each piece. Just gonna lower that down a little bit. Get some of that radiative heat into there. We're not going to smush it all the way down because we don't want cheese stuck to the pads there. So I'm just going to let that grill up for another second. No, I don't have any fries or chips, or I don't have a anything else to go with it, but you know, you do what you can do. All right, so we got a nice piece of hickory smoked, thick cut bacon. I'm going to throw that on there like that. There we go. Well, quit fighting me. There we go. Put that on there. Cheese is starting to melt. There we go. And we'll clean that up in a second. And that's going to be, now we can throw this down real quick, because now it's going to be touching the bacon, not the cheese. Right. There we go. So very simple, you know. It doesn't take much. I mean, yes, it's not 4 Michelin star. I don't even think it qualifies as a quarter Michelin star. You know, it's simple, it's easy, and you know when I would go inside here to the restaurant here at the truck stop, these two cheeseburgers would cost me over $20 to buy. One, I don't have $20 to waste on somebody else's idea of what a good cheeseburger is. I know what it is for me, so I do that. You know, that's all right. Bowl is clean. We'll save that for a second. All that cheese is all bubbly and nice. I'm just going to kind of scoop that off there, slide that on there, scoop that off there. There we go. Unfortunately, that's going to happen. Yeah. So we're going to be might as well get that on there. Get some of that bacon fat, get some of that cheese off of there. Make it a little easier to clean later on. All right, now we can turn this off, unplug that, let that cool down, and we're going to clean it exactly the same way, you know, like our chopsticks here. Disinfecting wipe. Going to scrub the cheese off. Get a good cleaning. Kills 99.9% bacteria. Throw that in the trash. And just dry it off with a nice old kitchen towel. I do not like using paper towels. I'd rather have a regular kitchen towel. One, if it gets dirty, I'll just throw it in the wash when I do my clothes. All right, there we go. So, not exactly the epitome of gourmet, but two bacon cheeseburgers made in the truck. And all I really need is a nice cold drink. Just a big old cup of ice water. And we are done, you know. The sitting around all day because the interstate is closed down. You know, I was shut down all day yesterday. Couldn't go anywhere. Today, shut down. There was, you know, whiteout conditions with heavy blowing snow. So once they run the plow down the road, it just gets covered right back up because of the blowing snow. So as of 1:30 today, here in Wyoming, they were saying 5 to 7 hours before the road was going to be opened. Well, at 1:30 p.m., that's 6:30 to 8:30 at night. The temperatures are already been cold all day. I'm not going to try to, you know, be all gung-ho and try to get down the road as fast as possible. Not going to happen. I'll wait until the morning. Then I'm gonna go. You know, I'm not gonna go where I'm unsafe. Mr. Dunn, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, like I said, if I get up, you know, and I'm constantly checking the Wyoming State Department of Transportation website. Which, I got to turn that down. I keep forgetting about the brightness. So this information here is the area that I'm driving in. All that red is saying that the road is closed. Right? And it tells me from left to right in various columns what road, I-80, Interstate 80. What area, okay? Rawlins, Wamsutter, Patrick Draw, Rock Springs, Granger, Lyman, Evanston. Those are all the sections that I have to deal with from here all the way to the border with Utah. And basically what, you know, then it says between what exit and what exit, that's immaterial. And then the red column, where every place that says red, road closed due to whiteout conditions caused by heavy snow and strong winds. Road closure could be a prolonged event due to storm impact. As of Friday the 4th, or February the 4th, 1 p.m., the estimated opening time is 5 to 7 hours. Parking on the roadway is prohibited by delays wide out from opening the road. Now that was as of 3:06 p.m., basically 40 5 minutes ago. And here, updated right just now, says exactly the same thing. Now, there are places. All right, so I don't know if you can see that. Okay, that's the live camera on the road. So looks nice and clear. I mean, but because of the strong winds and the blowing snow, they got it shut down. And there's several cameras along the way. And here's one that actually shows the road surface. You see a little bit of snow there, a little bit of compacted snow on the road, but until the person who is going to make the call says, yes, open the road, this is where I sit. And we're going to have a nice little, simple old cheeseburger, nothing fancy. But definitely makes me satisfied. So I got 6 buns left here. I got 2 burgers now in the freezer, which I'll eat later. I'm going to use those buns to make garlic bread for some spaghetti or some kind of pasta dish. I'm going to use them like a roll, put butter on them for maybe like a little bit of roast beef type affair. I'm going to take some of that chuck roast, slice it nice and thin, grill it up. And, put them onto that bread, make like a steak sandwich. Make that. Oh my goodness, most stuffed Oreos. 3/4 inch of stuff between the cookies. I got an idea that's even better than that. Even better than that. I'm just going to use this empty Fiji bottle to take. 1. Mr. Welkster, how you doing, sir? No, I just wrote my name in there. So my idea is have a bottle like this, pressurized like squeezed cheese. Put the Oreo stuff in that, and have the cookie separate, so you can. That's how I want my Oreos. So, Mr. Welkster, I got a few questions for you. Being that nobody else knows this, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. How has your time been at orientation at Millis Transfer? I know the scenario of what's going on, but I don't think anybody else does it. Somebody may want to understand what it's like to go through an orientation for a trucking company. When you move from one company or you're starting at your very first company, what you have to go through when you start that process. Now, it is, for the most part, like any job. You got to go sign all your papers, your documentation, taxes, and, health care, and, you agree to do this, the company policy stuff, sexual harassment videos and safety videos and policy videos, and things like that. What is your experience these past 2 days at Millis Transfer? My experience with Mr. Welkster at our first company together, for my part, was okay. It was, it's basically the same as you going to work at any company. a lot of paperwork to sign, a lot of, you agree to do this. This is what the job is. Here's your job responsibilities. Do you agree to it? Sign, date, blah, blah, blah. Here's my driver's license. Here's my medical card. Let me do a drug test. Let me do a physical. A lot of things like that. But unlike a lot of jobs, pardon me. Unlike a lot of jobs, they're giving you the keys to a vehicle that's 70 plus feet long, has a lot of blind spots, can carry a lot up to 80,000 pounds of weight for the vast majority of guys. So the truck, the trailer, the load all can go up to 80,000 pounds. 40 tons of metal, steel, plastic, wiring, fuel, plus the cargo, whatever it is, rolling down the highway 50, 60, 75 miles an hour. That is a lot of responsibility to give somebody. And when you go through the orientation and you go through their review process and the driving tests and all the videos you got to watch about driving safely and how to handle things, it is a lot more than some jobs are. Because it's not like driving a car. It's not like getting in and just going down the road. It's a lot more of a skill than most people, think it is. You have to be mindful of every single thing going on around the vehicle. And we as truck drivers, we do yell a lot because we're venting. You dumb jack off, how you dare you do that? Oh my God, why'd you cut me off? I'm going to get blah, 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 And that's just a coping mechanism to get it out of our system. Because heaven forbid, and you'll read those stories and see them on TV. You see them stories on TV, on the nightly news. Somebody had some road rage and killed 14 people because they rammed their truck down through, I'm being a little bit hyperbolic, but, road rage is a thing. Not just for the person in their minivan or their little Toyota Tercel or whatever they're driving. When you give somebody the keys to a vehicle this large and hauling this much weight, you better be happy that we're sitting behind the wheel yelling and screaming at ourselves instead of letting that actually turn into an action. I am guilty of that as well. You idiot. Why is it so hard to merge onto the highway? Why can't you use a turn signal? Why did you cut me off when you had 14 miles in front of you with no other vehicles? Why did you cut 3 feet in front of my bumper? That was wholly unnecessary. And it unfortunately, that is a daily thing. Now, some days, of course, people actually are driving with a little bit of sense, and they're not doing those to such a degree that I get upset. And it's not just that I am upset they did it to me. No, that's not the thing. I'm upset that they put their own lives, the lives of their passengers, more than likely their family, in danger because they were being stupid. And I'm not going to mince word about it. That is effing stupid. Look, this is several weeks ago. I was driving early in the morning. I got up about 3 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to get to my delivery. I'm on a stretch of highway. I forget what highway it was. There were no lights behind me for like 20 minutes. There were no lights in front of me for about the same amount of time. After a while, this is nice. I don't have the lights blaring into my mirror or into my eyes. It's a nice, comfortable ride. I can have my high beams on. I can see the road. I can see what's going off on the sides. Worried about animals, especially like deer. A stray dog I have to worry about. Worry about somebody walking on the side of the road with dark clothes on. I can see a good amount, so I'm pretty safe. Well, this little guy in his little Hyundai, got on the highway behind me, came right up to my bumper, was tailgating me. Okay, first of all, you didn't need to do that. Because when I see you fly up right behind me, then I can't see your headlights anymore. I feel uncomfortable with that. Hello, Helen, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Just eating a couple of homemade bacon cheeseburgers, and ranting on my about the road. All right, so this guy, or girl, or chihuahua, whatever this individual was driving this vehicle, then, because I'm constantly watching my mirror. I'm looking out my passenger mirror, my passenger mirror right outside my window right there. And I'm, look, what's he doing? What's he doing? Looking at my passenger mirror over there. What's he doing? Why is he that close? Making me nervous, So after a couple of minutes of that, I'm ready to, let off the gas and just slow down gradually so I can control the situation. If I can slow down nice and gentle, he's going to slow down as well. And if any kind of impact happens, it's going to be a lot less severe. One, it's not going to be severe for me at all. Little Hyundai is going to bash right into my back. And when I'm weighing 78,000 pounds, they're going to be the one to suffer. So my slowing down nice and easy and gradually is protecting that person in the back. All right, so I made that little mental thing. I'm going to be slowing down here a little bit. All of a sudden, he just did this to the wheel. Just like that, like he was angry with it. Jerked over into the oncoming lane. So there's my lane, then there's the opposing traffic lane coming straight down. Right? He can't see around me in that position. He just, like I said, just jerked the wheel. No turn signal. No looking. At no point in time did I see him move over a little bit to peek out. At no time did I see that. Then he hits the gas, pulls up next to me, slows down just a tad right next to my cab. Then proceeds to hit the gas again, go forward. And without a turn signal again, approximately 5 feet in front of my bumper at 65 miles per hour, he does the same thing. Jerks the wheel back the other way, no turn signal. And then proceeds to sit there. So, his being reckless, really just, frustrates me. So I did the only thing I can do. Turn off the cruise control. Let my foot up, keep my foot off the gas. Touch the brakes lightly and start slowing down to get more distance between me and this knucklehead. Why? That's the kind of thing that when you go through an orientation at a new trucking company, a new company that you're working for, driving a truck, That's why they give you these videos. And they give you the drive safely stuff. But first, to me, it has to be in your own head. They can show you all the videos you want. If you're not going to drive safe, you're not going to drive safe. That guy is a specific example of how somebody who just doesn't care about their own life. I'm not so worried about me. Now, I weighed 78,000 pounds. 39 tons. That little Hyundai the guy was in weighs maybe 2 tons. See, 39 versus 2. Let's see. That's what? I don't know, what, 18 or 19 times as much? 19 times weight than I am compared to him. What do you think would have happened? That knucklehead would have been dead. I wouldn't have been dead. I'd have been upset that I was involved in an accident where somebody died. You know, and that's the kind of stuff that when we go through orientation at these new companies and they give us these vehicles, and they give us the keys to a vehicle that weighs this much, that has, compared to a standard car, we're going to say 2 tons of weight. 4 wheels, you get in, you go, you don't think about it. And too many people are there, don't think about it in the slightest. I'm in my car, I'll do whatever the hell I please. The hell with you. You're a big truck, you're killing the world with your pollution. Yet they don't think about what they're doing. And what's worse, what is absolutely worse, is when somebody in a little minivan that has 2 or 3 children in the back does that. It's bad enough when the jerk in the little sports car, having it be the extension of his manhood, thinks he can be a badass because he can go from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds or 5 seconds, whatever. It does. The 3 companies I've been with, which includes this one, has given me a bit of trust and an obligation to drive this company property, this company vehicle, in a safe and sensible manner. Now, I really don't care about what my company wants. I am going to drive safe for me. And I've taught people how to drive. I've taught people how to drive cars, trucks with tanks of pesticide on them. I've done that. And when I see somebody doing reckless like that, it's like, why are you still allowed to be walking around free? Because you're just a danger. Well, and Helen, I have called the police on people like that when I have the ability to identify, when I'm actually able to identify the car, the motorcycle, if I can get a license plate, I have called the police on people. And if I see it in like a commercial vehicle, like a work van, a car that has the company's name on it, I call that company as well. I said, your driver did this at this location at this time. This is what they were doing. This is the description of the individual. I call the police, I call the company, and I let them have it. Because I don't want them, I'm not worried about myself. Because I'm in a vehicle that, I'm pretty much going to survive a good portion of accidents. Unless it's with another truck. Unless I go through a guardrail and over into a ravine. Unless I roll the truck. I'm pretty much going to survive. But especially when it comes to dealing with a car. Like I said, a little Toyota Corolla, a little Hyundai, a little, a Ford pickup, whatever it is, I'm going to survive it. I'm going to be standing out on the side, talking to a paramedic, talking to a fireman, while they're using the jaws of life and a fire hose to keep this person from burning to death, and they can extract them, and hopefully, they're not too mangled up. But I have to be the one, because I'm the professional. The onus is always on me. An accident happens that some other driver causes, I am automatically assumed to be guilty. Automatically. Now, the officials, Department of Transportation, State Highway, the police, they don't say that you're automatically guilty, but that's how I'm treated. Why were you there? What were you doing? How was your vehicle operating properly? Did you do a pre-trip inspection? Were your logs correctly? Was your load secured properly? Is all your paperwork 100% correct? Were you drinking did you have a soda in your hand? Were you smoking a cigarette? Did you have your glasses on? Were you listening to music too loud? All those questions they're going to ask me. You're going for a urinalysis to see if you're on drugs. Even though I'm the victim, I'm going to have to deal with that no matter what. And that's, like I said, that's part of what you, especially with your first company, they're going to tell you that again and again and again. Be Blood, have a good dinner, sir. Thank you much for coming in. So when you do this, and like I said, Mr. Welkster is going through that right now with a brand new company. I've been through it we've been through it the same number of times. We went through the first company at the same time. I went to a second company. He stayed at the first. Then, I came to this company right when he, left, right, basically when his first company, basically went out of business. And now he's going through it again. But like I said, it is one of those things when you're at a new when you're going through a new process, a new company, all those same things that we're going to sit, normal people. I'm saying your average person, when they go through this process again and again and again, they sit there, they watch the videos, they roll their eyes. Yes, blah, blah, sign that. Yes, I know. Because, we've all seen those employment videos and training videos. They're the worst acted, the worst written, the most inane and insufferable, talking down to you like you're the stupidest human being on the face of the earth type, thing ever made. And there's no way to make them that they're actually entertaining and they're truly informative. If they did, and you actually had people follow, that's the big thing. You could show, because the only reason those videos and all that sexual harassment stuff and drug policy and all that other stuff is there is not for your protection or my protection as an employee. It's not. It's there to protect the company. So when an accident or an incident happens, we trained him or her to do this. They didn't do it, so we're absolved of any liability. And that's the only reason it's there. It's for the lawyers, for the insurance, for not getting sued. Which is pretty sad, Well, All right. So I am still sitting here in Rawlins, Wyoming at the TA at exit 214 off of I-80. The road is not going to be opened until about 6 to 8:30 at night tonight at the earliest. That's the estimation that was given at 1 p.m. today. So basically, I've just been cleaning, doing a little bit of editing, downloading video from my SD cards. I still got a few left on this SD card, and I have 2 others in there to go through, and plus the camera itself, the SD card in there has video I need to download or transfer from there to a hard drive and go from that point. So for right now, I just want to say thank you to Mr. Welker, B Blood, Helen, My World, My Way Helen. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Mr. Dunn, Ross Romes, all the way from the UK. Thank you very much. Chrysler Imperial. Thank you all for coming in. Nathaniel Lee, TJ Jones, Junggoon from Korea. Thank you very much for coming in. Mr. Huber, thank you very much. Eric 83 from Custom Wheel Horse Tractor. Thank you all for coming in. I do appreciate you joining me and listening to me ramble on. So, simple cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger in the truck for my dinner. It is now 4:19 in the afternoon. I got another 2 full loads of laundry to do, which I'm going to get done tonight after I do this. And then we will edit some more video while we're doing that. And then we'll see what we can't get uploaded. And then we will hopefully be leaving here as early as we can tomorrow morning. We're still trying to get out to Herlong, California and Woodland, California. Yeah, Harry. That's the highlight of my week, doing laundry. So I just want to say thank you all for coming in. I do appreciate it. God bless. Stay safe out there.